Welcome to Backyard Cigars, and I'm smoking today a gift from Daniel Ravenelli of 505 Cigar Channel. He sent me a package some time ago with a couple of very interesting sticks, and this was one of them. This is the Cigar Clown's Jack in the Box, and we talked about some of the things that the company was putting out, the distribution, and so forth. Originally, you could find these from an exclusive tobacconist, and then it expanded into being able to purchase them from the Pravada Club, which the Pravada Club is very well known for, scouting, as I would say, scouting talent and really looking for sticks that we haven't heard of that are good. And in this case, I think they made a very good choice in selling these because while they're not easy to find, and not because they're unicorns, but more because of how limited they are and how quickly they sell out. Because that's what you want when you're a new cigar company, or even just someone who is contracting someone to make and roll your cigars, and you're involved in the blend and in the process, of course. But that's just you don't have to worry about a warehouse or a factory, or about how much we're going to pay the rollers. You do have to worry about certain costs, but those type of issues you don't have to concern yourself with. You have to concern yourself with the direction that the company is going to take, the kind of sticks that are going to be blended, and how they're going to be distributed. And I'm sure there's a little bit more than that, but I'm just kind of like glazing right over it. In the sense, was what I'm saying is that what these guys have done is basically they've found someone to work with them, individuals to work with them, to help them craft tasty cigars that they can get behind and that they can feel good about having distributed. And I think that's the best idea to have, is really to have that main goal of just wanting to have a good tasting cigar. Okay, so maybe we can't launch 20,000 or 10,000 of the cigars. That's fine. But if the 2,000 you put out are good, and if they sell out like that, even better. It's a shame that the majority of the people buying cigars probably won't get a chance right away to purchase cigars from a company that's hot like this. But at least it leaves you with the idea of, okay, there's more to come. And perhaps there'll be even better things in the future, better cigars to smoke. One can hope. I've said that many times. One can hope. And I've smoked a few of their cigars, the Cigar Clowns, and it was really mainly on the word of mouth, one mouth mainly, that being of Daniel's from 505 Cigar. And he was hyping it, and I know Daniel. I know that he's not going to be that way about a cigar or a cigar company unless they're bringing it, and they're really dedicated to making delicious cigars. And boy, was Daniel ever right. I mean, not that I ever doubted him, but I know what it's like when you like a cigar company, you like a select group of guys behind a particular brand, and you want to give them the opportunity to shine. You want to talk about them, and you want to put forth, especially if you're a reviewer, put forth some of the better cigars that they may have, and review them and talk about them so that the general public can become aware of, there's this small company making cigars about, with, the title of clowns and stuff, but they're to be taken seriously. They're no laughing matter. They're not clowning around. And so I said to myself, well, I know they're good, right? Because I know that Daniel's not going to get behind something that's not good. But are they that good? And like I said, I've had a few. They are that good. They are. They are that good. And so I've got Jack in the Box, which is a box pressed Toro, 6 by 52. The wrapper is a Nicaraguan Maduro. The binder is from Condega, and the filler is from Esteli in Jalapa. I've had this cigar for 7 months in the humidor at about 65 RH. I know it was released in 2021. Daniel sent it to me sometime in November, and I'm sure he had it for several months or a few months before sending it to me. So this cigar could very well be aged for at least a year, but I've had it for 7 months. I like the box press on it. I like a good box press. Uh, just lit it. It's going. It's not even into the first inch yet. I don't see any issues whatsoever. The draw is good. The uh, the aroma is pleasant. Really, the beginning notes are just kind of a soft hay and really just a general earthy tobacco. But let's give it some time and see how it develops. Right now, it's a very good Nicaraguan cigar. It is slightly spicy, not too spicy. It's earthy. There have been some coffee notes, minimal sweetness. It's pretty good. I mean, it's right now as it is. It's a decent cigar. It's $10 cigar and it's good. I personally don't always need to have every cigar that I smoke be the greatest or be on some other level that has me doing a review for 30 minutes or more because it's just so much to talk about. And I'm not even talking about the story, just in flavors and in transitions and such. Sometimes I just need it to be good. Just good. And a standard solid good where I can say I like the aroma, the draw was good, the burn line is okay. Uh, the burn line on here has been okay. It's been good, so no issues there. And and once all those boxes have been checked, and I'm feeling like I'm smoking a good cigar, then I'm happy. It doesn't always have to be a Padron. It doesn't always have to be the rarest of tobaccos, the oldest, most aged tobaccos. It doesn't always have to be about that. It's just quality, and when you recognize that quality, and you feel you're getting it, especially if you've paid for it. Okay, so maybe I didn't pay for it in this instance, but let's just say I go forward and I buy a $10 cigar. I want to be satisfied by that $10 cigar. So that's what it really boils down to for me right now. That it's a good cigar and I'm enjoying every part of it. There's a rich, decadent feeling or flavor to the cigar. As I'm in this second third, it's bringing forth this rich, sweet tobacco with just a thin layer of pepper, and I still get a little bit of that hay and that earthy tobacco feeling, that that flavor that you get. But it's working, man. This is good stuff. I like it. It's like a caramel flavor, and I I like the taste of caramel, and it's not cloying in any way. It's just the way the way I mean, this isn't like a super complex cigar. It's just it's delivering where it needs to deliver when it needs to deliver. Rich, decadent caramel flavor, uh, some hints of coffee, sweetness, pepper, an earthy hay. and a little bit more pepper in the finish. I read somewhere that some people had issues with the burn line on it, and how densely it was packed. That was underpacked in some cases. I haven't seen any of those issues with any of my cigars. Not saying that those things can't happen, but I haven't experienced those things, and I haven't had to touch this cigar up yet. And if I have to, one or two times, fine. So far, so good. It's getting a little spicier and heading into this final third, and that's expected sometimes, especially with Nicaraguan tobacco, but not always. It's just a thing sometimes. But look, I gotta applaud these gentlemen for what they're doing. They, they're not from legacy families that we know of, that I know of, and a group of young men that have decided that they want to make their dream come true, which is to get involved in the cigar business and craft the best cigars that they envision themselves smoking, and hope to see the rest of us smoking. And obviously, once they grow and expand and distribution extends the reach of where it's at right now and the production goes up, I mean, we're going to see a lot more of them, and we're going to see a lot more of their lines. And they've just been very good. I will say that one of the cigars that I smoked, I considered pretty great. One. I'm not going to tell you which one that is. You just have to wait for the review on that. But I will say that none have been bad. None. I've had a few, and none have been bad. So I commend them. I wish them the best. I hope that they continue to do what they're doing, improve upon anything that they do, anything that they can see themselves improving upon, and really just wish them the best, because really tasty sticks, good prices, and we need more of that. So, till next time on Backyard Cigars, I'm leaving you now as I finish this cigar. And if there's anything additional, I'll add it in the description.